that we have been said regarding the simple lipids, compound lipids, derived lipids, and the miscellaneous lipids. The four categories we have been divided, isn't it? So in the simple lipid, in that category we have been said in the simple lipids. Simple lipids are those kind of lipids which will be having the fatty acids along with the alcohol. The two things will be called as the simple lipids. Okay. Parallelly, so fatty acids plus alcohols will be called as the simple lipids. ठीक है. So in the simple lipid we have to classify that triglycerols that will be considering under the fats and the oils. Second thing we have to discuss that waxes. Yes, for pharmaceutical industries purpose we have to check. Now today we will be talking about the compound lipids. ठीक है. Compound lipids also known as complex lipids. Any kind of lipid molecule which will be having the fatty acids plus alcohol plus what will be this additional groups, phosphate plus nitrogenous bases. In a given molecule, if the fatty acids plus alcohols plus phosphate plus nitrogenous bases, if these four substances are going to get present, then that will be comes under the category of compound lipids. ठीक है. Now that compound lipid, the major classification of the compound lipid will be having depending on the alcohol group which is going to get present. ठीक है. Alcohol group is going to get present. Now the compound lipids can be divided into what are they? Glycolipids and the lipoproteins. Okay. Phospholipids, glycolipids and the lipoproteins. Today we will be talking about the phospholipids. Now, based on alcohol group, we will be dividing the phospholipids into two categories. Based on the alcohol group, we will be dividing the phospholipids into two categories. What are the two categories? Glycerol, sphingosine. Now glycerophospholipids, sphingospholipids. ठीक है. That means that fatty acids along with the glycerol, along with the phosphatic acid plus nitrogenous base, phosphate and the nitrogenous base is going to get present. That will be considering as a phospholipid, that is glycerophospholipids. And we will be drawing in the structural manner in order to understand the concept very easily. Now the glycerol will be acting as a alcohol. To that glycerol there will be the two fatty acids chain. Two fatty acids will be there. Along with that, one phosphate group and the nitrogenous base. Now these nitrogenous base, or it can be have alcohol, more alcohol. ठीक है. Very easy to understand the concept. The alcohol group which is present in the glycerophospholipid is the glycerol that has been drawn in the middle. So there will be the two fatty acids which is going to get attached. I'll give you a clear concept. The two fatty acids going to get attached at the C1 and C2 position. If you are going to see the carbon skeleton of the glycerol, then at the C1 and C2 the fatty acids will going to get attached. Okay, at the C3 position, the phosphate group is there. To that phosphate, any kind of nitrogenous bases will come and attach. Simple. Whenever the alcohol will be the glycerol, to that glycerol, if two fatty acids came and joined, along with that, at the carbon number 3, if the phosphate is going to come and join, along with that, if the nitrogenous basis is going to come and join, that the particular structure will be called as a glycerophospholipids. Glycerophospholipids. Because the alcohol group which is present in them, it is the glycerol. So we can say that it is a glycerophospholipids. Now, that glycerophospholipid further can be divided into two categories in order to understand the concept very easily. Further, it can be divided into two categories, that is with nitrogenous base and without nitrogenous base. With nitrogenous and without nitrogenous. With nitrogenous or without nitrogenous. Okay, with nitrogenous or without nitrogenous bases. Now, the groups which are come under the category of with nitrogenous are lecithins. Lecithin, also known as a phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylcholine. Second thing is the cephalins. Cephalin can be called it as a ethylamines. Third thing is the phosphatidylserine. Fourth thing is the plasmalogens. Now, in this without the nitrogenous, this thing, the categories are of two types, that is cardiolipins also known as a diphosphatidylglycerol. Then second is the phosphatidylinositol. Firstly, we have been classified based on the alcohol group. If the alcohol is going to get present inside as a glycerol, then it will be considered as a glycerophospholipids. If the alcohol is there as a glycerophospholipid, we will go for the next thing, that is the nitrogenous base. If the nitrogenous bases are lecithin, cephalins, phosphatidylserine or plasmalogens, that comes under the with nitrogenous base. In spite of the nitrogenous bases, if other substances like alcohol is going to get present, then they are going to call it as a without nitrogenous bases, that is cardiolipins and phosphatidylinositol. वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. आपको सिर्फ नेम ऐसा टफ दिख रहे लेकिन कॉन्सेप्ट समझने बहुत इजी. लेकिन पहले आपको ये समझ में आना कि ग्लिसरॉल हमेशा अल्कोहल ग्रुप रहेगा इन केस ऑफ ग्लिसरोफॉस्फोलिपिड्स. उसके साथ एट द पोजीशन नंबर 1 the fatty acid is going to get attached. At the position number 2 the fatty acids will be there, and the position number 3, if I am talking about the position, I must be talking about the carbon skeleton position. At this carbon skeleton number position number 3, the phosphate group is going to get present. Along with that, the nitrogenous basis is going to get attached. Now we are dividing. We have identified the alcohol as a glycerol. Now we will be seeing the next thing, that is the nitrogenous basis. We have divided the two things into with the nitrogenous basis, without nitrogenous basis. I am talking about the without nitrogenous basis. I must be talking about the alcohols mostly. Okay. Now, can I move forward? Till here, you guys are having a very clear concept, I guess. Any kind of doubt you can say, or else we'll continue. No, ऐसा नहीं था कान में हाँ उसमें आता it is not in the present. अगर nitrogenous basis और alcohol बना और alcohol nitrogenous basis रहेगा तो ये कैटेगरी में alcohol रहेगा वो कैटेगरी में without nitrogenous basis. Okay, so we'll see what is actually happening over there. We will be seeing. The first product, it is a very commonest thing, that is phosphatidic acid. आप मेरे साथ साथ देखिए acid, phosphatidic acid. Phosphatidic acid is also known as a diacyl glycerol, diacyl glycerol 3-phosphate. Diacyl glycerol 3-phosphate. Now, the structure of this diacyl glycerol 3-phosphate is a very easy structure. That means that it will be going to having the glycerol as an alcohol group. Glycerol as an alcohol group. ठीक है, diacyl. ठीक है, that means 2 fatty acids will going to get present. 3-phosphate. That means at the position number 3, the carbon position number 3, the phosphate is going to get present. What is here? Diacyl is representing the 2 fatty acids. Glycerol is representing the middle glycerol. 3-phosphate at the position number 3, the phosphate group is present. ठीक है, phosphatidic acid. Okay, phosphatidic acid. See, diacyl glycerol 3-phosphate. ठीक है, it will get converted. Now, it is a simpler glycerol compound. It is very simpler glycerol compound. It is a very simpler glycerol compound. Through this, it can be act as a key intermediate for synthesis of phospholipids. It can be act as a key synthesis for the key intermediate synthesis for the phospholipids. इसके मतलब क्या बोला यहाँ पे जा रहा है, देखिए आप, what they are trying to say over here is that any kind of nitrogenous basis, if it is in the circulation, it may be a choline in cases of the residue, it can be a ethylbromide in case of the cephalins and other things, that will come and they are going to attach directly to the phosphate group, and the whole molecule will going to get changed. And then, so phosphatidic acid will be considering as it is the simplest glycerol for compound, very simplest glycerol for compound without any kind of nitrogenous basis. Point 1. Point 2. From this phosphatidic acid only all the glycerol phospholipids are going to get synthesized. They are going to get synthesized from the glycerophospholipid. It is a very simplest form so of identification of the phosphatidic acid. अब आप next देखिए, आपको समझ में बहुत easy है, very easy concept. The first thing is the lecithins. Lecithin will fall under the category of with nitrogenous base or without nitrogenous base? With nitrogenous base. So first category is the lecithin. Now in cases of the lecithin, the nitrogenous base is the choline. You need not to change, you need not to remember all the things. Only the nitrogenous bases you are going to get, remember, you can write it down with your own. Only the nitrogenous bases will going to get changed. Whole the structure will remain throughout the lecture will be same. सिर्फ आप ऊपर के जो ग्लिसरॉल, फॉस्फेट एंड फैटी एसिड इसको देखिए ही मत. Only the structure is getting changed at the level of phosphate side. That is means that nitrogenous bases are getting changed. Due to their changes, that they are getting a new formation of the new molecule, and depending on the nature and depending on the structure, they are giving a new name. So the choline group, which is containing as a nitrogenous base, if it is going to get attached to the phosphatidic acid, then they will be going to consider that thing as a lecithins. Simple. So if the nitrogenous base is the choline, then it will be going to considering as a lecithins. Now to the phosphatidic acid, nitrogenous base, that choline has been got attached. The other name for the lecithin is the phosphatidylcholine. अभी बोली नाम उसके उधर. Lecithin is also known as a phosphatidylcholine. Why it is called as a phosphatidylcholine? Because of the phosphoric acid, the choline group has came and joined. That's the reason you will call that thing as a phosphatidylcholine. Otherwise, you will call it as a lecithins. Simple. Now, these lecithins are, what is the function of lecithin? Most abundant phospholipids of cell membrane. Nearly about 50% of your cell membrane will be in the form of lecithins. Most of your cell membrane, nearly about 50% of your cell membrane. Generally, आप पढ़े हुए glycolipids, lipoproteins and other things which is going to constitute in order to make it the cell membrane of your body. So that 50% of that cell membrane it is going to get happening due to the lecithin which is present. Okay. Now the second function of this is it will be acting as a important neurotransmitters. That means passing of the electrical impulses which is getting received from your brains. It will be acting as a neurotransmitters. This lecithins. Okay, the first function is that it will be acting as a 50% of your biological membrane, that is cell membrane. Second thing is will be acting as a neurotransmitter. Now there is a term, it is there inside our book, that is dipalmitol lecithin. बहुत इजी है सर, स्ट्रक्चर जैसे कारण नहीं है. Dipalmitol lecithin. अब आप go to देखिए आप. Sometimes what will going to get happen, there is a classification of the fatty acids are there, essential fatty acids and non-essential fatty acids. In this case, previously we was not specifying the fatty acids. Any kind of fatty acids can be present over there. Only we are specifying about the nitrogenous bases because we are more concerned about the nitrogenous bases. Now, if the nitrogenous basis is a choline and if it is coming and attaching to the phosphatidic acid, then the structure will be called as the lecithins. Okay. Now we have introduced one more new term, that is dipalmitol lecithins. What is happening over here is that the palmitol, it is a one type of fatty acid. Specific fatty acids are coming and attaching to the glycerol. Yes. No. Okay. The structure of the lecithin will be remain same. Yes, you are correct. All the structure of the lecithin will going to get remain. Nitrogenous base will be the choline. But in cases of the fatty acids, special type of fatty acid, palmitol, it is coming and attaching on the two fatty acids. That's the reason we are calling as a dipalmitol lecithins. But two palmitol specifically fatty acids are coming and joining over there. So that's the reason we will be calling that thing as a dipalmitol lecithins. Now, what is the role of the dipalmitol lecithin? Why it is important for our body? Because it will be acting as a lung surfactant. Lung surfactant. What is the role of a lung surfactant? It will going to reduce this surface tension. It will going to reduce the surface tension. Lung surfactant, it will going to reduce the surface tension. So these dipalmitol lecithins, they are abundantly present in the lungs. So their responsibility is that to reduce the surface tension in order to maintain the lungs surfactant. Okay, you are not doing anything. Glycerol will be remain same. Phosphate will going to remain same. Only at the nitrogenous bases, the choline will be acting as a nitrogenous base. Whereas the fatty acid, previously we are non-specific fatty acids, but here you are specifying that thing and we are saying that it will be a palmitol type of fatty acid. Two palmitol of fatty acids coming and joining and making that thing into the dipalmitol lecithins. Okay. So the dipalmitol lecithins will be acting as a lung surfactant. Now, to the same structure with a non-specific fatty acid, if the same structure is there, only the nitrogenous base. If the nitrogenous base will be the ethanolamine. If the nitrogenous base will be the ethanolamine, then the molecule will be called as a cephalins. आप देखिए पूरी उसमें सिर्फ मैं नाइट्रोजनस बेसिक चेंज करूँ. I am only going to change the nitrogen. Rest all the structure will going to remain same. Now, cephalin is also known as a phosphatidyl ethanolamine. Now you know that from where the phosphatidyl word has been taken. Whenever a given structure will be having a glycerol along with the two fatty acids along with the phosphate, that thing will be considering as a phosphatidyl. To that, if ethanolamine group is coming and joining, then it will be called as a cephalins. Cephalins. Or else, other name for the cephalins is the phosphatidyl ethanolamines. Tidyl ethanolamines. Because the nitrogenous base which is present over there is the ethanolamine. That's the reason it will be called as a phosphatidyl ethanolamine. Otherwise, it will be called as a cephalin. Now, these cephalin, the major constituent of the thromboplastin. Now, thromboplastin is the coagulation factor 3. The major constituent of the thromboplastin, it is contributed with the help of cephalins. Okay, are you with me? Okay, so now your eyes are showing very confusing. But it is not so confusing at all. Only I am changing the nitrogenous bases, a new structure is getting formed. We are getting a new name to that. We are seeing the function. That's it. Okay. Now, to that glycerol group, with the ethanolamine going to come and join, we can say as cephalin, or else we can more specifically say phosphatidyl ethanolamine. The function of that is that it is a major constituent of the thromboplastin, and we know that the coagulation factors will be helping in order to clot your blood. Okay. Now, another nitrogenous base, that is serine. We are going to see thromboplastin. Serine. Now these serine will be considering as a phosphatidyl serine. Phosphatidyl. The nitrogenous base is the serine. Phosphatidyl. phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine. All structure will going to remain same. Only at the level of nitrogenous base the structure is getting differ. Phosphatidylserine. Now what is the role of the phosphatidylserine? क्या इसकी importance है आपकी body में? What is the role of the phosphatidylserine? It is going to provide a 10% of the phospholipids. 10% of the phospholipids in mammals. As well as mammals biological membrane. Mammals biological membrane. Phosphatidylserine. Now it will be acting as a key role in cell cyclic signaling. Cell cyclic signaling, specifically apoptosis. What do you mean by the apoptosis? Apoptosis. Pathological thing. Apoptosis. What do you mean by the apoptosis? Cell cycle signaling. Electrical signals will get passed. Phosphatidylserine. It will be acting as a 10% of your phospholipids will be have been made up of the phosphatidylserine of the biological membrane of the mammals. Point 2, it will be acting as a key role in the cell cycle signaling. Point 3, it will take part in the apoptosis, specifically in the apoptosis. What do you mean by the apoptosis? Apoptosis अगर पैथोलॉजी में अगर पढ़े होते तो आप मालूम होता आपको apoptosis will be considered this thing as a programmed cell death. Generally, in cases of the WBCs, after completing their life cycle, now WBC need to go dump somewhere or other way. So how it will going to get directed? So that direction will going to provide it in cases of this apoptosis, which is happening due to the help of phosphatidylserine. So apoptosis can be considered as programmed cell death after completing the life cycle. Generally, in case of the WBCs, now this WBC need to get shut down, need to get destruction, undergo the destruction, so that the new WBCs are going to get formed, isn't it? So normally the lifespan will be the 15 days. After completing the 15 days, if they are undergoing the apoptosis, this programmed cell death, that God has created such a mechanism that after completing the life cycle, the cell itself going to get life and they are going to get destroyed. That programming the step by the procedure is going to get happen. So that will be considering as a apoptosis. That is going to facilitate with the help of phosphatidylserine. Now the nitrogenous base over there is the serine. That's the reason we call it as a phosphatidylserine. Now the last molecule is the plasmalogen. Plasmalogen. Now the plasmalogen again it is going to have in the ethanolamine in them. Ethanolamine. Ethanolamine. Now structurally you should be seeing dear. Ethanolamine where we have been used cephalin. Just now we have used over the cephalin. Okay. Now the nitrogenous base which is going to get present in the cases of plasmalogen, structurally it is going to similar to the cephalins. Structurally they are similar to the cephalin because the nitrogenous base which we are using at the cephalin is also the same, ethanolamine. The plasmalogen is also the same. Plasmalogen is also the same, that is ethanolamine. But the differentiation between that is the at the carbon number 1. Why it is having the differentiation? Because there will be the ether linkage, ether type of linkage is going to get present. Ether linkage. The plasmalogen can be considered as it is structurally similar to the cephalin, but the differentiation it is happening at the carbon number 1. That is what the ether type of linkage, and one more group is can be attached over there. That ether linkage can make them different from that thing. Now these plasmalogens going to found in abundantly in the myelin and cardiac muscle. Myelin and cardiac muscle. Myelin and cardiac muscle. They are abundantly present in the plasmalogens are abundantly present in the myelin and cardiac muscles. Myelin and cardiac muscles. Now, a specific type of plasmalogen has been present inside your body in the form of platelet activating factor. Platelet activating factor. It is a specific plasmalogen which is present inside your body. It is responsible for the platelet aggregation. Now, when the platelet aggregation is going to get happen inside your body? When the platelet aggregation is going to get happen? प्लेटलेट एग्रीगेट कब होते हैं आपकी बॉडी के अंदर? इंजरी होती है। जब आपको इंजरी हुई, प्राइमरी प्लेटलेट प्लग फॉर्मेशन इज गोइंग टू गेट हैपन, isn't it? So that plasmalogen, platelet activating factor, is going to get present inside your platelet. Whenever the platelets are going to get aggregate, this platelet activating factor is going to get released so that other platelets can come and join to that thing. So that platelet activating factor is a plasmalogen. Okay, so till now we have been gone through a 5 different type of nitrogenous bases. First thing we have been talked about the lecithins. In the lecithin, the nitrogenous base was choline, CHOLINE, choline. Now, in that thing we have also specified that if there is a specific type of fatty acid, that is palmitoyl, that will come and join, that will create a new type of molecule that will be called as a dipalmitoyl lecithins. Now the dipalmitoyl lecithins is responsible for your lung surfactant. Lung surfactant, ठीक है? It is order to reduce the surface tension of your lungs. Point 2 is the next thing we have been talked about the cephalins. What do you mean by the cephalins? The nitrogenous base will be the ethanolamines in them. ठीक है? Ethanolamines. Now what is the striking feature for the cephalin is? Yeah, major contributes of, it will be the major contributor of thromboplastin, isn't it? Which that is responsible for clotting factors. Third thing we have been talked about the phosphatidylserine, where the nitrogenous base is the serine over there. That's the reason you are calling that thing as a phosphatidylserine. Now, it is responsible for your cell cycling signaling as well as apoptosis is the programmed cell death. Fourth thing we have been talked about the plasmalogen. Here also the things will be same. Ethanolamine. Only the differentiation is structurally it is related to the cephalins, but at the differentiation is happening at the one thing that where the C1 ether linkage will going to get joined over. Now, the plasmalogen it is responsible for your, yes, it is going to present in the myelin and the cardiac muscle. As well as it is also present in the form of platelet activating factor. For what purpose? For the aggregation of the platelets. Okay. Till now we have gone through the nitrogenous bases. Nitrogenous bases. Now two things which has been left out, that is without the nitrogenous bases. Without the nitrogenous bases. First we will be talking about the without the nitrogenous bases. That means that the things which is going to get present is will not be the nitrogenous base. It will not be having the nitrogen in them. So the special type of alcohol groups will come and join the same structure. That will be first thing it has been given as myoinositol. Inositol. Now this myoinositol will not going to have the nitrogenous base in them. Okay, myoinositol. Now these myoinositol will be called in a name called phosphatidylinositol. जो है उसका ही नाम लगाना है, जो नाइट्रोजन जो सब्सटेंस आके जोड़ा फॉस्फेट ग्रुप उसी का नाम है phosphatidylinositol. inositol. Phosphatidylinositol. Why we are talking about phosphatidylinositol? Because myoinositol coming and joining over there. That's the reason we will call that thing as a myoinositol, phosphatidylinositol. Now these phosphatidylinositol will be acting as a second messenger for the hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin. Oxytocin and the vasopressin. What is the role of oxytocin inside your body? What is the role of oxytocin inside your body? Vasopressin. What is the role of oxytocin inside your body? Yes. क्या है? लव हार्मोन हर बार love hormone तो है oxytocin. Parallelly, it will also lead to while the delivering the baby, parturition, the dilatation of the uterus. It is responsible for that. Oxytocin. So it is the secondary messenger hormone for the oxytocin and the vasopressin. Okay. Phosphatidylinositol. Now the last one which has been left out is we should be saying, now it is not similarly structured, it is present in the cardiolipids. Now the cardiolipids, the last thing without the nitrogenous base is the cardiolipids. Now these cardiolipids will be having the other name for the cardiolipids is, it is very easy that it is being also considered as diphosphatidylglycerol. Why it is considering as a diphosphatidylglycerol? Because two phosphatidyl compounds are getting attached with the help of the glycerol. That's the reason it will be calling as a diphosphatidylglycerol. A simple structure if you are going to draw, the glycerol will going to get present along with the fatty acids. To that glycerol, the phosphate is going to get present. This is the one group. Another group it is getting attached with the one more glycerol. To that, one more phosphate. To that, one more glycerol. And fatty acid. Now you can see that there were two phosphatidyl. This one is the one phosphatidyl group, the another phosphatidyl. Now two phosphatidyl group, in between the glycerol are coming and attaching to that, then it will be called as a cardiolipids, where two phosphatidyl groups are coming and attaching with the help of the glycerol group. That kind of thing will be considered as a diphosphatidylglycerol. ठीक है, diphosphatidylglycerol. Two phosphatidyl type of thing will be coming and joining to that, and it will be considered as diphosphatidylglycerol. ठीक है? Now these cardiolipids are major lipid of mitochondrial membrane. Major lipid of the mitochondrial membrane. There will be the cytosolic membrane and the mitochondrial membrane. So it will be a major lipid for the mitochondrial membrane. Now it is necessary, if it is there in the mitochondrial membrane, then they are necessary for the electron transport chain. Now you know that what do you mean by the electron transport chain? Whenever the net production of the energy will going to get formed inside your body in the form of NADH or FADH. If you have listened the previous classes, I have said to you the formation of NADH, FADH. Now the NADH is responsible for making the 3 ATPs. Out of one NADH you can bring out the 3 ATPs. That NADH, if it is undergoing the electron transport chain, then only it can give you the 3 ATPs. So it is responsible for having the electron transport chain. So we can say that it is necessary. These cardiolipids are not only necessary for formation of the mitochondrial membrane, it is also responsible and necessary for the electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. Okay? So the cardiolipids can also be considered as a diphosphatidylglycerol. Two groups of the phosphatidyl, it is getting joined with the glycerol. It is getting joined with the glycerol. Okay? That's about the cardiolipids. So depending on the nitrogenous basis, we have divided the thing into two. That is lecithins, cephalins, plasmalogens, plasmotitylserine. Now, depending on without and the nitrogenous basis, phosphotidylanisetol, cardiolipids. Only the nitrogenous basis is getting changed here. Rest all the things will be same. All the things will be same. एक बोलूँ मैं उसके बाद you once go through this thing.